All right, we have UTSA head coach Steve Henson and student athletes Javon Jackson and Nick Allen, and we'll begin with an opening statement from Coach.
Kind of a tale of two halves there. Thought early on, we had some good things going. Obviously, Javon got hot early. That helped. We were guarding early, fighting, but they exerted their will on us. Crushed us on the boards the entire time. Drove it. Just out physicaled us. Rebounding was a theme throughout the game. And their 2-3 zone. They did a nice job with that. We haven't seen a lot of zone this year. We usually run some good stuff and shoot people out of it. They stayed in it, and it affected our rhythm a little bit. Thought early in the second half we made some great plays on the interior. That was the thing we had to do. We couldn't just stay out there at 23 feet. We had to get some stuff in the paint. And Giovanni drove it down in there a couple times. Byron got a floater down in there, but still had a big impact on the game. So they made the plays they needed to in the second half, and we couldn't respond.
Questions for our student athletes?
Javon, can you just talk about the second half? What changed so much? I think they went zone the entire second half. Did that kind of throw you guys out of rhythm?
Yeah, just like Coach said, it threw us off rhythm a little bit. But I mean, we had great plays in the paint, and we just couldn't convert them. We try to go inside first and then out. But I mean, we were getting great shots in the zone. We weren't making it, and like Coach said, they really just rebound was the key of the game. They really destroyed us on the rebound.
Javon, I know this feels sour right now, but what does it mean to get back out there and play in the Conference USA tournament? I know you didn't have that opportunity last year with the injury.
I mean, I was waiting for them. We were all waiting for this moment since last year ended. So I mean, we stepped out out there the first half, and I mean we wanted it, and just a couple plays in the second half that we could have changed. The whole game would have been different. But I mean we were all excited to be here, and I mean but that wasn't our goal. Our goal was to win it, and we didn't achieve it.
Nick, can you just talk about the emotions in the locker room and walking off the floor? Just how can you summarize what you gone through here?
It was tough. Just like Jay said, that wasn't the goal. The goal was to win it all and go to the big one, and we didn't accomplish that, and it feels strange. I don't know how to describe it. It's tough, but it's tough.
Nick, what can you say about what's going to be here next year? I know it's probably very tough for you to digest it. You know, this is sort of the end of the road for you, but what about the future of this program?
I'm super excited for it. I think they have an amazing coaching staff. I'm super proud that I got to play for them. I wouldn't play for anybody else. And I think they're going to do great. I think they're going to do amazing things, and I pray they accomplish all their goals.
Javon, can you just talk about what you've learned from Nick here? A guy has a broken toe and he's out there, giving it his all. What can you say you learned from him?
I mean, he's one of the toughest players I play with. Anything that happens to him, he still still keeps going. He never quits. Always works hard. I learned a lot of leadership from him, and just to keep going, no matter what, no matter what's happening to your body, don't matter. Just always keep playing. And I mean, same with Gio and all the seniors. I mean, all they taught me was leadership and just how to win games. And I really thank them for him. We all gonna miss them because they're a huge part of our team.
Javon, just what's the biggest takeaway from this game moving forward as you obviously have a couple more years here?
I mean, probably just at the end of this. I mean, just I really don't. Just keep playing hard. Honestly, I mean, we got all the tools we need, and we just gotta finish games. That's one thing that we probably didn't do the rest of the year. We haven't played a solid 40 minutes, and that's really our goal. Just play hard and good for 40 minutes. That's what we're trying to do next year.
All right, at this point, we'll let Javon and Nick get back to the locker room, and we'll have questions for Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Steve, there was a significant free throw disparity in the game. What can you explain that?
Pretty simple. Yeah, they were just much more aggressive. Big, strong, powerful guys. They're committed to driving the basketball, and we played them at their place early in the year, and they did that very thing to us. Just drove it, and attacked us. Second time we played them, whatever that was, 10 days ago or whatever, we did a great job guarding the dribble, fighting that penetration, winning battles. You know, that's what we talked about coming in this. We're going to have to win battles. They're going to force you to do it on both ends of the floor. And the game 10 days ago, we won enough battles to win the game. Today they just kept going at us, and mostly on penetration, a little bit on post-ups, and we couldn't solve it. So it's just kind of the way they play. And, you know, on our end, with the exception of Javon, we obviously didn't get there much at all, and a lot of times he gets fouled shooting jump shots. So we don't throw the ball in the post much. Most teams don't, but we don't throw it in the post much to draw fouls. Their zone certainly made it a little harder to penetrate and draw fouls. So, yeah, the rebounding numbers and the free throw difference was pretty substantial.
Coach, what about trying to establish a third scoring option moving forward? Obviously, Keaton struggled today from behind the arc. Can you just talk about point of emphasis moving forward for next season?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we got some guys that I think are underappreciated with all the things they do, but honestly, we got some guys that are terrific players that just don't score the ball much, and we've got to get guys more comfortable making plays. It's been interesting. It's been a frustrating season in some regards with our offense, and yet, you know, the numbers, I haven't looked lately, but the numbers 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were the best offensive team in the league. You know, certainly we're leading the league in scoring, and but I didn't think we reached our potential, to be honest with you, on that end. I think we were close to reaching our potential defensively. Most nights we fought pretty hard. But I think there's room for growth. Obviously we're talking about next year. Then there'll be some new faces in there. But yeah, we can't just rely on Keaton and Javon. That was part of the deal. First half we had the lead, but a lot of that was just because Javon was special. You know, really, really, really special. It wasn't like we were getting terrific shots. We got to improve. We're going to spend a ton of time this off season working on our skills. Last summer we tried to bulk up a little bit, and we did in some regards. You know, certain guys look a lot better than they did a year ago, and that helped us. We're going to keep working on our skill level. Tons of skill work this year, skill development, and then we'll, you know, obviously recruiting factors into that as well. But love that group. You know, we talked about the progress we've made this year. You know, didn't really want to sit in there and talk to the guys much about the progress we've made in 3 years. Although we did thank that first recruiting class, because their response to that loss is what it should be. You know, they're in tears. It's because the bar has been raised, and they expected to win today. And they knew if we won today, we'd have a chance to fight tomorrow. So we did talk about the progress we made since the beginning of the year. You know, those guys got better and better, and this league is good. You know, this league is good. If you're average on any given night, you're not going to win. And we weren't really good tonight. That's what we took today. We said we got to be really good to have a chance to win, and we weren't, and they were. And they've got some terrific wins. The difference between some of these teams is so tiny that you see why it's been a fun year for the league, I guess.
And Steve, just moving forward, I know you just got off the court, but what does it mean to have guys like Javon and Keaton, you know, having that huge experience as underclassmen, and not only that, being so successful moving forward, you know, not just for them, but also your program as you are building something here in, you know, now third year moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, Keaton and Javon people are going to talk about them all around the country, and rightfully so. I mean, they're special players, and they've invested. You know, you can't do the things that those two do without putting in a lot of time, and they do that. Their approach is a little different, right? They're two totally different personalities, but they're very, very good friends. They pull for each other. They shoot a lot of shots together, and they'll continue to do that. And they've, we thanked the first recruiting class, which is Giovanni and Byron and Mitar, because they helped us establish our identity, how we were going to conduct ourselves, how we were going to defend, how we were going to walk around campus, what we were going to do in a classroom. Javon and Keaton have added a high level of expectation. They're gym rats. They're basketball guys. They're basketball junkies. They expect to be great, and I'm glad that our expectations have gone from just people patting us on the back when we played okay to people being disappointed right now. I mean, there's a lot of people traveled here to watch us, and we're grateful for that. And it's tough to not deliver tonight, but expectations around our program are a lot higher, and that's a good sign.
Thank you, Coach.